A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 5 verses 1 to 12. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. When Jesus saw his ministry drawing huge crowds, he climbed a hillside. Those who were apprenticed to him, the committed, climbed with him. Arriving at a quiet place, he sat down and taught his climbing companions. This is what he said: "You are blessed when you are at the end of your rope. With less of you, there is more of God and His rule. You are blessed when you feel you have lost what is most dear to you. Only then can you be embraced by the one most dear to you. You are blessed when you are content with just who you are, no more, no less. That's the moment you find yourselves proud owners of everything that can't be bought. You are blessed when you have worked up a good appetite for God. He is food and drink in the best meal you will ever eat. You are blessed when you care. At the moment of being careful, you find yourselves cared for. You are blessed when you get your inside world, your mind and heart put right. Then you can see God in the outside world. You are blessed when you can show people how to cooperate instead of compete and fight. That's when you discover who you really are and your place in God's family. You are blessed when your commitment to God provokes persecution. The persecution drives you even deeper into God's kingdom. Not only that, count yourselves blessed every time people put you down, or throw you out, or speak lies about you to discredit me. What it means is that the truth is too close for comfort and they are uncomfortable. You can be glad when that happens. Give a cheer even. For though they don't like it, I do. And all heaven applauds. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 5 verses 1 to 12. Today is the feast of All Saints. In medieval England, the feast was also known as All Hallows Day, and this is why its eve is still known as Halloween. Who are these saints? Who are we celebrating today? Do saints refer to those who, while living on this earth, lived a heroic Christian life, witnessing to Christ and His gospel, and now, after their death, live in the presence of God in heaven? In this case, a saint is necessarily someone who is dead. But the history of the church teaches us something different. After the death of Jesus, the Jews called the followers of Jesus in a derogatory way as the Galileans, the Nazarenes, and the Christians. It indicated that group of people who followed a Galilean who had ended up on the cross, condemned by the religious authorities. But among ourselves, we did not call ourselves Christians. We called each other the brothers, the believers, the disciples of the Lord, those of the way, who followed the path traveled by Jesus of Nazareth. We called ourselves the saints. That's why when Paul wrote his letters, he always addressed them to the saints who are in Philippi, to the saints who are in Colossae, to the saints who are in Rome. He was not writing to the saints who are in heaven, but to specific people who lived in Ephesus, in Corinth, in Rome. These were the saints. We will have to return to this language to become aware of what it means to belong to a community that is called to be holy. Therefore, A saint is the one who welcomes and commits to living the proposal of man made by Jesus of Nazareth. On the Feast of All Saints, we are united, therefore, not only with the saints of the liturgical calendar, but also with our next door saints, our relatives and acquaintances. This is the feast of all of us, a holy occasion to increase our faith and hope. The Gospel says, "Blessed are the poor," while the world says, "Blessed are the rich." The Gospel says, "Blessed are the meek," while the world says, "Blessed are the proud." Jesus declares the pure in heart as blessed, contradicting the world that tempts us to crave for pleasures and comforts. In his homily on the Feast of the All Saints in 2020, Pope Francis called on faithful to pursue the virtues of the gospel in contradiction to the ways of the world and thus give witness to the Christian hope. The feast day reminds us This feast day reminds us of the personal and universal vocation to holiness. Blessed Virgin Mary is called the Queen of all saints, and our Mother teaches everyone how to follow her Son, Jesus. Mary, our Mother, help us nourish the desire for holiness, walking the way of the Beatitudes.